No one should have to feel like they need to hide their disabilities in order to get a job. Like, that is so messed up. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. So this topic been one of those that I've been wanting to talk about for a couple of weeks, and I just didn't know how I wanted to talk about it, but I knew like I needed to. One, because I think it's important to share my story, but also I didn't want to leave you hanging. Like, I literally made 2 videos where one, I was talking about how like, oh, I applied for this job and oh, I have a sign up gig, and then literally crickets, and I didn't talk about it again. And then I made a video of me going shopping with my best friend Emma, and I talked about how, you know, something insane is happening, and then there was crickets again. Well, today I am finally going to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about all the details. I'm going to keep some things private, but I want to share my story because how I was tweaking was pretty awful. Like, I'm not going to even deny. So back towards the end of August, I decided to apply for this job, and this job, I don't think I'm gonna say like exactly what the job was, but I just thought it would be perfect for me. The hours would have been literally perfect. It was a part-time job, which was what I was looking for. It was in the afternoon, like literally. That is when I thrive in the afternoon time. I'm not a morning person. I don't like to wake up early. So I just thought it would be perfect, and just like the job itself, I was like, oh my goodness, I want to get experience doing this job. I wasn't expecting to hear back like so soon, but I think actually it did take a couple of days, but honestly I was like, it may take like a week or two. But I called back, I got a phone call, and they were like, oh, can you interview soon? Like, can you come tomorrow? And I was like, yeah, I can come tomorrow. And I was so excited. I was like, oh my goodness. Like, I think once I got that phone call, I was like so excited. But like, I also, like, I don't know, I tend to like, I know I have had like that bad experience that happened in July, and I'll link that video somewhere if you want to watch that. But I'm always like, I always try to be hopeful. I would say I'm a positive person, but you know, there are times when, you know, I do have those negative thoughts, especially when I'm tweaking awful, and especially after this experience, it's harder to be positive. But at the time I was, and I was like, oh my goodness, like, this is exciting. That whole day I was, you know, prepping and practicing questions, and you know, I was working really hard because that is something I'm so proud of myself for. It's like, I'm a hard worker, and I'm going to prepare, and I'm going to do my best, and I'm not going to, like, in the back of my mind, you know, I do have those thoughts of like, oh my goodness, like, will they not want to hire me because of my disabilities? And it's sad to like think about that, and I wish I could, you know, didn't have to have those thoughts, but I think it's just because of the awful experiences I've had. So I went to the interview, and in the interview I would say I did well. Like, could I have done better? Yes, there was one question where I'm just like, I could have answered better. However, I think I answered fine. But this is when it gets me. Yeah, shortly after, the person that interviewed me, guess what she told me? She was going to contact my references. I know, like, I don't have a lot of experiences, especially with like someone saying like, oh, I'm gonna contact your references, because, you know, I don't typically get to that stage, if I'm being honest. But I am educated enough that if you're told that they're gonna contact your references, like, literally call them, when you're told that information, like, you believe them, you know? You don't think that they would be lying. like she would be lying. So I was so excited. Like, how could I not be? Like, I didn't know, spoiler alert, she was lying. She was literally lying. She had never planned on contacting my references. I actually bet you that she knew she wasn't gonna hire me from the second I walked in. There was just some things she said also behind the scenes that I found out that is just like, come on. I'm not gonna say the things she said, but yeah, it makes her look very bad, and also just very unprofessional. But you know, I'm never gonna see her again, so like that's one like positive and something I'm so grateful for. Like, I know people have experienced some awful things in the job application process, or just like the interview process, but yeah, I'm sure I know I'm not the only one, but it's just like, why lie about that? But anyway, when I was told that, I literally told all my references, like, look out for a phone call. Like, I'm so stupid. Oh my god. I literally contacted them and was like, yeah, I literally did that because I had never, like, I never thought once that this person that interviewed me would do this to me. Because, like, I think the best of people when I first meet them, of course, they prove me wrong. So it's just really sad. That, like, first week, so it was around Labor Day, so that, like, literally even, like, the day after, I was, like, having my phone near me, waiting for a phone call, but especially that first week, and then I was, like, telling myself, like, oh, well, it's Labor Day, so maybe they're behind. No, they're not behind, because they never plan on contacting my references. Like, I double checked with them, and they were like, no, we haven't got a phone call.
Well, that's great. That's great.
Yeah, so I got ghosted. They were never planning on contacting me. And in a lot of ways, this was actually worse for me than the other job I applied for. Because at least the other job I applied for, they were honest with me. Like, they told me, they were honest, and they told me, like, oh, we have interviewed a few other people, so, you know, we still have to decide. Well, you know, you'll hear something in the next few days. This one was like the opposite. There was a point where I'm just like, maybe I like misunderstood, and maybe she said, like, you know, if we decide to hire you, we will contact your references. And also, she, like, went into detail with, like, the person that would call me and just, like, everything, like, even giving me her name and everything. So I was like, what? But no, I know for a fact she didn't say that. If she meant to say that, she gave an awful job at communicating, but no, she literally said, I'm gonna call you references. She did not say, if we decide. Like, those two segments means, like, two different things, so it's very important to communicate well. So who really knows? I'll never know the true, like, truth to this. Maybe they did change their mind after they said that to me. I don't know. But yeah, there was a lot of, like, little things throughout the process that was kind of unprofessional. So maybe it's for the best. I like to think, you know, if something doesn't work out, that it wasn't meant to be. Like, something better is gonna come. Or maybe I'll see a job tomorrow that, you know, would, you know, be way much better. Like, I don't know. We'll see. You know, I don't have a crystal ball. Both times, these last two, like, recent experiences of me interviewing, they were bad experiences in different ways. But the one thing I just wish this one did was just be honest with me. Like, don't act like I'm gonna get the job when you know I'm not. I feel like it's typical to be like, oh, I would have been perfect for the job. Like, we all, whenever we like apply for a job, like we apply for it because we think we would be great. But I'm just like, in this situation, like, I don't know how to explain it. I just know I would have been so good. So good. And it's just like, yeah, I feel like when you're mad, you're just like, it's their loss. But like, literally, I just feel like it's their loss. I'm moving on to better things, and since then, I haven't even looked at any other jobs. Like, I gotta be like honest with you, I haven't. Like, I truly needed a break because this was awful. Like, this experience, like, when I thought it couldn't get worse, it got worse, and I honestly don't even know how I even like like got through it. You know, I'm doing a lot better now, but definitely there are some good Taylor Swift songs that I listen to. The newest one, Thank You Amy, that one is definitely a song I like had on repeat because I'm just like, this is so relatable right now. Also, like, doing YouTube and filming helped me and try to get my mind off things. You know, I'm not gonna give up in applying for jobs. I'm just like taking a break because it's just, it takes a lot out of me, especially being treated like that. Because it's one thing to get rejected from a job and then being like, oh, we went in a different direction, you know, but, you know, good luck, whatever. I don't know. I didn't get anything like that, but anyway, it's one thing for that to happen, but it's another thing to literally be tweaking like you're not even a human being. I can't imagine doing that to someone, like convincing someone they are gonna get higher and knowing you're literally lying to them. Oh my goodness. I'm just grateful. It's been a few weeks and I'm doing a lot better. Just know that I'm doing a lot better. You know, I'm trying to stay positive. It can be hard with having these bad experiences. This is just a reminder to treat people how you want to be treated. Like, I don't know, if you are interviewing people, like, treat them how you want to be treated. Like, oh my goodness, do you want to be lied to? No. Another thing I want to mention is, depending on the job, I wouldn't be able to always do this, but I think next time I apply, I'm not even going to say I have any disabilities unless I need accommodations. Like, it's hard. It's like, I almost feel like I have to wait until they hire me to say I need accommodations, because I do think I may have had a better chance if they didn't know I had any disabilities. Like, maybe that's me overthinking, and it's sad to think like that, but like, I do think it plays somewhat of a factor. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm thinking too much, but I do think next time, unless there's like a real like reason they need to know beforehand, I shouldn't tell them a call they hire me, because I feel like I could, you know, hide my disabilities in a way, because like, I shouldn't have to do that. Oh my goodness. That's why I don't know. Should I even keep this talking? No one should have to feel like they need to hide their disabilities in order to get a job. Like, that is so messed up. Like, yes, I don't know for a fact that what they did to me is because I'm disabled, and the reason they didn't hire me is because I'm disabled. Like, I don't know that. However, how I was treated, whether I have disabilities or not, is not okay. It's not okay to treat anyone the way they treated me. Like, it's not. And hearing other people's stories, like, it helps me to feel like I'm not alone. But it also makes me so sad that there's people, tons of people, who are, you know, in charge of interviewing, who thinks it's okay to treat people like that. Like, it's not. Like, oh my goodness, it makes me so frustrated. Oh my goodness. Okay. Anyway, I think I'm gonna end this video here. I could ramble on about this topic for literally forever, but you know, we don't have forever, so got to end it here. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, follow me on social media, turn on post notifications, And I hope you have an amazing day. I'll see you very soon in the next video. Bye.